Hi, today I'm making the video for the Integrative Activity 2, which consists of answering some questions. These questions were divided in three parts. In the first part, you needed to decide which of the characteristics were from the benzene and which were from the sodium hydroxide. As you could see, I made a type of list where I wrote which characteristic were of which. First, we're checking the points I wrote for the benzene. It evaporates easily because organic compounds have this characteristic. The benzene evaporates at 80.1 degrees Celsius. As I have already said, it's an organic compound, so it has a poor electrical conductivity, and it is only soluble in not polar solvents. At the other side, at the right side, we might see the inorganic compound, which is the sodium hydroxide. It is non-flammable as all the organic compounds, and it is salt, so it has characteristics of a salt. It might be white, crystalline, and it is solid. It has a high melting point. It's a melting point, and its melting point is 318. Well, at the second part, you needed to decide if the substance was an organic compound or an inorganic compound. It was very easy to recognize. Well, the first thing I did was to check if the substance had carbons and hydrogen or C and H. If the substance has these both elements, carbon and hydrogen bond, the substance is an organic compound. Well, another point mentioned in the problem was that the substance had a low boiling point. The boiling point of the substance is at 20 degrees Celsius. This confirms that the substance we were analyzing is an organic compound. At this final part, we needed to answer to four different questions. The first question asked us how many sp3 hybridized carbons we got and why we answered this. I wrote we had 5 sp3 because there were 5 carbons which had 4 hybrid bonds and most of them were in the condensed formula. The second question asked us how many pure orbitals we had in the carbon 3 and why. My answer was that there was only one pure orbital and the other 3 were hybrid orbitals because the carbon we have there is an sp2, which is a double bond and has the characteristics as I have already said. The third question asked which type of formula was given to represent the molecule. I answered that the formula was in the AK condensed formula, which is also known as the semi-developed structural formula. I decided this in the formula. I decided this because in the formula we can see that there are some hydrogens which have no bonds. That's why we can say it's a developed structure formula. There are no branches. And finally, the question 4 asked us which was the angle among the orbitals of carbon 1. My answer was that the angle of the orbitals 1, the, the orbitals in carbon 1 was 120 grad. Well, this is the molecule we analyzed. All the questions from part 3 were from this molecule. We can analyze the molecule and see if the answers are correct or not. There is the carbon 3, there is the carbon 1, and we can see also the formula is AK condensed formula.